Welcome, everyone, to this group coaching session this week. And the topic this week is, are your supplements synthetic or nutrients? And I think that this, again, is a really, really important topic for us understanding what we're putting in our bodies each and every day. So first, the question is, why supplement? In 2015 alone, Americans spent more than $35 billion on dietary supplements, when a century ago, supplements were basically unheard of. So why do we supplement, and why do we place a focus on good supplementation? Well, I want to share with you a study about spinach over the last few years and what has happened in the measuring of iron in 100 grams of spinach. So back in the 1950s, they measured 100 grams of spinach and it had 120 milligrams of iron. 40 years later, it is down to 4. 2022, there is 2.7 milligrams of iron in that same 100 grams of spinach. Wow, you have to ask yourself, what has happened? To me, this is mind-boggling when you look at those numbers. 120 down to 4 in 40 years. I like to explain that this is what has happened with chemical farming. When you completely take nutrients out of the soil continually and do not replace them with what you fertilize with, then we deplete the soil. So just think about it. The chemical farmers have fertilizers which create chemical reactions in the soil, and they do cause things to grow, but there's no nutrients in them, and there's nothing left in the soil when they don't replace it. This is why we're left with very little in our foods. And that's why we need supplementation. But the sad truth when it comes to supplements is this. Number one, the FDA actually operates on the honor code because there are so many applications that come in daily, and they really don't have the time to review all of these. So they basically just pass them, just assuming that they're really okay. But number two, supplement manufacturers know this. They know that they can get away with almost anything because of this. They don't have to prove to the FDA that their products are effective or even safe before they put them on the market. They are allowed to make claims, whether they're true or not. They're allowed to not list all the ingredients. They're allowed to even hide questionable or harmful ingredients by using different names. And they just cater to what people want and need, often when there's no real backing or benefits. And that can be very upsetting for the consumer. I've seen this over the years. Just one example is sunscreens. They say that we've had, 7 times more skin cancer since using sunscreens. And why is that? Because most of what's out there has never even been tested. They don't know if it's safe. It's a bunch of chemicals thrown together, and people buy it based on what's on sale. They don't know if it's effective or not, and usually it isn't. And it's even harmful, creating more skin damage. So we have to be very careful to what we put on and in our bodies, because it really does make a difference. So here's the question. Do you know your supplements? Do you know what's really in them? Do you know the supplement company itself? Is it trustworthy? Have you researched the quality or what others are saying about them? Are you buying due to a sales pitch or because of documented results? Do you know the science behind it? To me, that's what is important. It's the science, the proof that the things that you are taking are really doing you good. So let's first address the synthetics. When reports really confirm that the sewers are full of undigested supplements, this really means that your body is not assimilating them at all, and it is just expensive pee. You see that bright yellow pee in the toilet, and poop that's going into the sewer. So because of this, you actually pay more, and it's money in the trash can. So I tell people, next time you are tempted to buy some odd supplement that you know nothing about, instead of spending your money, buying it, just throw your money in the garbage, because it really is the same thing. You're not doing any good, especially, again, if it's synthetic. So here's a few rules about supplements. Generally, don't buy tablets. They have fillers and excipients that are not there for your health in mind. They basically are to reduce manufacturer's cost. They are for preservation, colorings, flavorings, sweeteners, emulsifiers, stabilizers, thickeners. They're for all of those reasons, but they're not there for your health in mind. So you can see there's a few items that help prolong shelf life. There's items to add colors, there are flowing agents, there's binders, there's flavorings. All of these can be added to tablets. And that's why, unless you really know what's in that tablet, and always look, don't buy tablets. It's better to buy soft gels or capsules, and even best, your veggie capsules. Those are really the best thing to buy your supplements in. Here's a few common synthetic terms on labels. DL is a very popular one. Anything that says DL, like DL alpha tocopherol, we know those are synthetic forms of vitamin E. So words that end with ate and "ide", normally and generally, those are synthetics as well. Now, there are some exceptions to the rules, but normally you want to stay away from some of those, like nitrate or some of those. And then also look for 100% natural, not just natural, because natural can go on any bottle or label. And unless it says 100% natural, sometimes you can't even truly trust it then, but it's more trustworthy than natural. So here's some common synthetic vitamins to avoid. And I'm not going to really read through these. And I know that there's a few variances in some of these. So my point is encouraging you to do the research on these, because you don't always know what you're going to get, and you want to be careful, because there are a lot of synthetics out there that you do want to avoid. Clean supplements are nutrients. They're real nutrients. And the way you know this is you will find a food source list on the label itself. And many times it will say it comes from kale or parsley or broccoli or some other herb. And those are the ones to really look for. And then many times it will even say vitamin A coming from here or vitamin D coming from here. So make sure that you're looking at your labels when it comes to good supplements. Then make sure that you're getting those micronutrients daily. As a health coach, I will tell you that most of the people that I work with personally, that's one of the first questions I ask is, are you taking a daily multiple? And most of them say no. They say, well, my chiropractor or my doctor recommended me taking vitamin C or calcium or some other thing, but they're not getting a good daily multiple. Again, when you go back to that example of the milligrams of iron, you can see that we are lacking vitamins across the board. And that's why we need to supplement. Secondly, when people say, oh, no, I am taking a supplement, I ask them if they feel some great benefits from them. Are you sleeping better? Are you full of energy? Do you have less pain and good digestion? And most of the time they say no. So if your supplements are not helping you feel better, then are they really doing you some good? Your supplements should help you feel better. And this should be notable. If you start taking them, you should feel a difference. And when you quit taking them or forget to take them for a week or so, you should feel different too, if they are good supplements. So these are the supplements that I recommend, the doTERRA Lifelong Vitality. And I always say the first thing you need to do is start your day with a daily multiple. It's really, really important. Just as healthy eating is, we really need that good multiple. And here's 3 areas that you know whether it's a good supplement. First of all, it needs to be 100% free of any type of synthetics. It needs to come from pure plant extracts. Secondly, it needs to be formulated for maximum absorption and digestibility. You need to be able to have your body be able to break it down and utilize it. And third, it needs to be balanced like a meal. This is why I love this set, because the Microplex VMC has your vitamins and minerals. Then we have the Alpha CRS, which has our antioxidants, and the one in the middle is the Z Omega formula, which has your omega-3 oils. Important, so important for brain health and for all of our circulatory, skeletal systems, all of our body. And this has also 9 essential oils, which takes it to the cellular level for maximum absorption. We have learned that this is actually 10 times more absorbent than other multivitamins and minerals out there on the market. And personally, I do feel a difference. There's no bright yellow pee in the toilet after I take these, and I feel better. I can tell when I'm not taking them. So I know that these are doing my body good. Any add-ons, make sure you don't take any high doses of that. I have seen popular doctors out there on the internet that many people really respect. Many times they're saying mega doses of vitamin D during the winter, mega doses of vitamin C or vitamin A, or, for separate, different things. There's different types of products that they will recommend mega doses for. Well, basically, number one, they're just thrown off for your body. And that's the expensive pee that I'm talking about. But they can also be fatal. And we had a personal experience in our family. My son, when he was very young, 6 years old, he had asthma. And I was going to a naturopath at the time, and his wife was a nutritionist. And she began recommending high doses of vitamin A. Well, every time I'd go back, I said, he's not improving. She said, give him more, until he was really up to 20,000 IUs and more a day. And she said, he still needs more. And I said, I can't get more down him right now. It's really hard to get this much down him to begin with. Do you know, he got to the point where he couldn't walk. And then when his brain started swelling and he started seeing double vision, I thought there's something really wrong. And so I took him to the doctor. They hospitalized him for vitamin A intoxication. And you know what? That was a real learning lesson for me. Let me tell you, you really feel terrible when you have done this to your child. And you really come to respect the vitamins and minerals that are out there in supplement form. When we have these high doses recommend, that's not a good thing. And it's much worse when they're synthetic. So please be careful of taking medic doses. Any other add-ons should be those that benefit you. And I can honestly tell you, besides the Lifelong Vitality, I take each one of these on a daily basis. And here's why. So Terrazyme, it's a good enzyme formula for healthy digestion. So I start my day with 2 of these that help start breaking down matter in my gut, jumpstarts my metabolism. And then I take more, 1 or 2 with my heavier protein meals. PB Assist, that is a really important probiotic. And because it's double encapsulated, it makes it all the way to my small intestines. Most of the probiotics out there actually are killed off with your stomach acids. And that's why they have several billion in them, because they are mostly killed off in your stomach. You want it to make it to your small intestines, and this one does. The Zendocrine is your detox formula. You need this daily. We need to detox on a daily basis. Super, super important for detoxing our filtration system. The turmeric is a capsule which actually helps to reduce inflammation. Very, very good, especially as you are aging. We want to make sure and have a good support for reducing any type of inflammation. DDR prime is a cellular support and very good for helping to support cellular reproduction in a normal and happy way, and make sure that we don't have those free radicals, that we have healthy cells. So deep blue polyphenol is also for reducing inflammation, and it's really great for recovery. For when you exercise or you have an injury, it helps you to recover quickly. And then the Mito 2 Max is really great for supporting your mitochondria, those little engines in our cells, to help your cells again be healthier and to regenerate in a very healthy way. So your add-on should have basic and specific benefits, not just extra of the vitamins and minerals that you are already taking. These are where we need those added on benefits. So let's look at some of the cost difference. I think that this is an important thing to understand. And I'm not bashing Costco because I shop Costco all the time. But for instance, their multivitamin, basically, a lot of people I hear say, you can buy them so much cheaper at Costco. I'll just get them there. And that's why I'm bringing up Costco. This is one of their daily multiples. And you can see it's a multivitamin with calcium and vitamin D. It's not really even complete when it comes to a good multiple vitamin and mineral. And you can see for $20, you can get 500 tablets. Again, beware of tablets. This is not really what we want because of the synthetics that are there and all the fillers that are in tablets. If you compare these to the doTERRA Lifelong Vitality, you've got a good balanced source of those multivitamins and minerals, the omega-3s, your antioxidants. Yes, it looks like more, way more, because this is a 1-month supply. But if I look at both of these, I'm spending less because my Lifelong Vitality is 10 times more absorbable, remember, than that one over there. And maybe that one is just being thrown off in my pee and my poop. So it's basically money in the trash. It's not benefiting me at all. So we have to look at really the benefits, not just the cost straight across, because it's not comparing apples to apples. It really is very different in what your body's going to utilize. So you have a choice with then synthetics and nutrient sources of vitamins and minerals and any type of supplement that you are taking. But I wanted to share my specific story when it came to supplements. Most of you know, I've told my story many times of, when I was in my early 20s and I had a breakdown of health, both emotionally and physically. And I was nurtured by a naturopath back to health. And he actually introduced a 4-part system to me. Healthy eating, doing a detox, supplement with pure whole food supplements, and then a little bit of target support with nature. Well, I chose to follow his program. It was very expensive. And we were just poor as church mice at that time. But I really chose to do this. And I always felt like it was those supplements that pulled me out of that pit, that deep, dark pit where I felt like I could never get out of. Healthy eating was really important. Detoxing was really important, but my body was starving for nutrients. I was not even able to function because my body was so starving for nutrients. And until I was able to get those good nutrient sources, my body could not heal and respond in a very positive way. And I saw phenomenal results within a couple of months. And within 5 to 6 months, all of the health issues that I was dealing with basically were gone. And I will always appreciate this nature path showing me the path to do this. And this is where I help people the most in the same way. I help them understand that foundationally, every day we need good vitamins and minerals. We need to start with our healthy macros, and then we need to add good micros. This is where we have the full benefits and can really support our bodies in a healthy, happy way. This worked for me, and it will work for you too, I promise you. So, again, I just come to the end here. And if you have any questions, I really want to be here to answer them. And if you're listening online, make sure and send me an email. Include your name and your cell phone number. And also take that wellness assessment. Take a screenshot of this if you haven't already done this, because I want to make sure that you take action so that I can help you find success with nature, because I know we have many, many products that will help you get you back on the road, as well as your diet and your detox and your target support items that will really help your body heal and function normally and happily. So I invite you to make sure that you get with me.
So this is just a comment. I know you had mentioned before about, seeing that yellow pee in the toilet and stuff like that. So it's so funny because since you said that last week, I have just been kind of looking at mine and going, okay, that's clear, that's clear, that's clear. And thinking, because I have had those times when it has been really bright yellow. And sometimes I wonder, does it also have to do with the water that if I'm not drinking enough water, that will be more concentrated too, wouldn't it?
Mhm.
So
I've noticed when you're not drinking water, it will kind of be orange.
mm,
I've seen that. I've seen that with kids and stuff. And it's like, ooh, you're not drinking enough water when you see it kind of orange. But when it's kind of that fluorescent yellow, it's vitamins. And,
yeah.
interestingly enough, I just felt like I'm not getting enough B vitamins. I need to take a good B vitamin complex in addition to my lifelong vitality. So I ordered one online and I went and did it. But every day after I took my supplements, I saw that bright yellow pea in the toilet. And I'm going, I never see this. Why am I seeing this? And I'm going, it's that B complex, it's not doing anything. It's going right through me. And I'm going, why am I taking it? Nope, don't need to.
Thank you.
Okay, well, great, ladies. Thank you so much for being on today. I always appreciate your questions and always willing to help. So please let me know how I can help you better.